Joining us now with more is Minority Whip Steve Scalise and House Freedom Caucus Chairman Andy Biggs. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Congressman Scalise, this is kind of bizarre. You know, Chuck Schumer's press conference about how they wanted more evidence. Aren't they kind of de facto admitting that they impeached the president without evidence? Am I reading this wrong? He needs more witnesses, but they already took a vote saying, oh, they had enough evidence to impeach. This seems kind of backwards.
Yeah, we said this all along. There literally was no crime. The president committed no crime. It was an impeachment in search of a crime, and they never found one. All of their own witnesses, their star witnesses, all said that there was no crime, there was no bribery. And now you've got Pelosi really carrying out her own quid pro quo. She's trying to say, I won't give you the papers unless you do this. Isn't that what they were accusing President Trump of? Look, Joe Biden did the quid pro quo that he bragged about. You know, hey, I'll take the $1 billion of taxpayer money if you don't fire the prosecutor. Pelosi's doing a quid pro quo. President Trump's the only one who didn't do one, and they impeached him for it. This is bizarre. And look, there is no case. It's time for her to give this up, stop the witch hunt, and finally start working for the American people. We could be lowering drug prices. We could have a secure border and do so many other things, but they are the party of impeachment. This is all they have.
You know, Congressman, before I go to Congressman Biggs, I just following up on that, Congressman Scalise. You know, it's fascinating because they allege the quid pro quo with the president that their only firsthand witness said never happened, Gordon Sondland. And yet the president's the chief executive of the country, was obviously concerned about corruption and foreign aid. He said that many times. And yet now we have Nancy Pelosi with an unconstitutional usurpation of the Senate powers. And where's the media on this? Nowhere, celebrating how wonderful Nancy Pelosi is. Am I reading this wrong?
You're spot on. And look, when the media was kept out of the room by Adam Schiff, where was the media then saying, we're not going to let you impeach a president in secret, behind closed doors? This is Nancy Pelosi literally saying she has no case. She's already lost one Democrat over this fiasco last week. Jeff Van Drew said, enough already. I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. Who knows how many more she's going to lose either by switching, or a lot of them are just going to get beat next year because the country is fed up with these theatrics. This drama by Speaker Pelosi trying to now take over the Senate because she has no case in the House. Shouldn't have moved impeachment in the first place, but they did it anyway. The country says, look, focus on lowering drug prices and caring about the working families. Fortunately, President Trump cares about those families and is delivering with a great economy, with a lot of people with a lot more money in their paychecks this Christmas.
Congressman Biggs, you know, I got to believe that the Democrats up there, for as much as I disagree with their rancid political ideology, they're not stupid. They're not. They're usually a little bit more tactically efficient. They have to know this has been just a spectacular faceplant. Public polling is down. Independents moving in the opposite direction. Swing state polls devastating. Minority support for President Trump going up. I saw some number raising millions of dollars on the day of impeachment for President Trump. Are you sensing up on the Hill that some of the 31 Democrats in Trump districts are starting to say, hey, you know, Houston, we got a problem here. We may want to slow this down. Is that where this is coming from?
Well, some of them are concerned, but others are kind of stuck in the middle with Nancy Pelosi. So I think you've got some that are more rational that are saying, hey, this is a real problem for us. But, you know, Dan, what you're seeing is really a reflection of the authoritarian nature of the left and the Democrat Party. So Nancy Pelosi is going to go out there and basically compel her members to go for an impeachment that does not have popular support and does not, as you pointed out, have evidence. And if they get through this and if it ever gets over to the Senate and he's acquitted, which we all know he will be, they're going to do it again. That's the authoritarian nature that you see within the Democrat Party that actually beats down on those 31 Democrats within that those swing districts. And so they're all in trouble. They're all in trouble.
Congressman Scalise, just following up on this, does the AOC left-leaning, far left-leaning wing of the party, do they really have this much power? As I was talking about before here with Congressman Biggs, my question here, she has to know this could lead to an electoral disaster. I mean, if this leads to a Republican retaking of the House, a holding of the Senate, and a landslide victory for Donald Trump, this is going to stain her legacy forever. I thought Nancy Pelosi was smarter than this. You deal with her in your leadership position. Again, what am I missing in this? She's usually tactically smarter than this.
Well, and, you know, she used to be in control of that caucus. And now with this new Socialist Democrat Party, AOC, as you were indicating, AOC is driving the train now. It's her party. If you go back to the impeachment inquiry, she wasn't going to do an impeachment, and then one weekend AOC tweeted that the real crime is the Democrat majority not impeaching President Trump. And literally 2 days later, Nancy Pelosi said she was going to impeach the president. So AOC is driving this party. It's why so many of the moderates have no place left. There are no blue dogs left in the Democrat Party virtually. She's run them all off because they're tired of the socialist style, but that's all she's got. And they're controlling things right now.
That's a great point. I forgot about that tweet. Congressman Biggs, nothing they've told us about this impeachment, the Democrats, is true. There was no quid pro quo. Their firsthand witnesses told us the exact opposite. Gordon Sondland's own text said the president's been crystal clear, no quid pro quo. Like, they can read it themselves. I know they don't do evidence to the left or anything like that. But everything they told us about the extreme nature of it, to be rushed, we have to get this president, he's such a danger to national security, this nonsense. So they were in a rush. And now all of a sudden they want to slow down. Again, a little bit of a disconnect with their messaging, no?
Yeah, oh, absolutely right. And it shows the disarray that they have. And you're right. I think Nancy Pelosi is normally pretty strategic, but she's getting the pressure from the left. But they are in disarray right now. And it actually is undermining the very nature of what they think they're going to do in the future in the 2020 election. So it really has consequences electorally. It has consequences for us constitutionally, of course, and within the institution itself. But they're in disarray. She's misread this thing terribly. I don't know who's advising her right now, but she ought to fire him and get somebody else.
Good point. Congressman Scalise, Congressman Biggs, seriously, thank you very much. You're fighting a good fight up there. We really appreciate it.
Merry
Thank you very
Christmas.
much, guys. Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas,
Thanks
Dan.
again for joining us.